Hello and welcome to Reels on Wheels. I'm Justin, this is
Aireen.
And today we are going to see Stuber.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do you have any thoughts on this movie?
I was pleasantly surprised that you wanted to watch this.
Okay.
Just because, I wasn't as hyped to see it as much as Avengers or anything. But
Right.
I think these are the movies that we should be reviewing because we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
There's no real.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, Stuber. Everybody's got to see Stuber. We don't know. I mean, I love Kumail.
Yes.
Right.
And Dave Bautista.
Dave Bautista. Speaking of Avengers, he's Drax.
He is. And
what do you think? You seem excited.
I do because, well, when the trailer first came out, I was like, whatever.
Me too, yeah. It's funny though.
It looks funny.
It's funny, but it's like, all right.
But then the more I kept seeing that exact same trailer, I started getting really in like Rush Hour vibes. I'm like,
yeah,
oh my
sure.
God, this could be
buddy comedy.
Right.
Yeah.
This could be the buddy comedy that I've been wanting because I don't feel like that exists really anymore.
When I first saw it, I thought, oh, it's Collateral. But but a funny version of Collateral. Originally with like Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, that was the first thing I thought of. I was like, oh, it's like Collateral.
Funny Collateral. The name of the movie is really kind of dumb because it's like the main character's name is Stu, and he's an Uber driver.
Okay, I was
hence
wondering.
the word. I didn't know if there's any double meaning, but
okay. I
like Funny Collateral. That seems on point.
That would be the honest trailer nickname.
I don't know. Maybe it'll be good.
I look forward to it. I've become more excited. Kumail was the best part of Men in Black.
Yeah, and that speaking of buddy cop comedies that have failed, Men in Black International wasn't very good. But again, Kumail was the standout. I like that it's got an 80-minute or 90-minute runtime.
It's real tight. I know. I was pleasantly surprised.
It's funny how that is sort of like a plus nowadays.
Yeah.
We sat through a 3-hour Avengers movie, so
right.
I feel like this will be a nice, refreshing, summer fun movie.
It means that, I'm hoping that it means that it's tight, that the jokes are tight, that the plot is tight.
Yeah. And I like those two as actors.
Me too. Well, I only know him as Drax.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it'll be fun to see him outside of that world.
Oh, I saw an interview with him, and he was very excited because this is his first big studio lead. So we'll see if he can carry a whole movie instead of just be a good supporting player.
I feel good about him though, just from the trailers, and then you sent me the I Love Vogue's lie detector test video, or Vanity Fair.
Vanity Fair lie detector test, and you can see the chemistry there.
Yeah, totally. I could totally see that.
I'm excited for Stuber.
Yeah.
Like a mild excited, like keeping expectations low.
Yeah. I'd love to laugh for at least half of the movie.
Yeah. It's like when you actually get an Uber and you want it to be a good experience.
Right. As long as nothing horrible happens.
Right.
As long as I'm not completely bummed or bored.
Yeah, I think we'll be okay.
Fine.
So we will be back.
Yeah, in 90 minutes.
In 90 minutes.
93 minutes.
Yeah. Surprise! It's not a 2-hour movie. Hello, we are back from seeing Stuber, starring Dave Bautista and Kumail Nanjiani. And what did you think of Stuber?
It was great. I was laughing like the whole time.
Yeah, it was really funny.
It was really, really funny, and lots of action. Very violent.
The movie starts, and I thought we were watching a different movie.
Are we spoiling, right?
Yeah.
We're totally spoiling.
It's like a full-blown action movie.
Oh, yeah.
The first 10 minutes, it's like a different movie.
They let you know that it's not just like gonna sit down and laugh. Like there's it's pretty violent.
It's violent. It's funny. I thought it was rated PG-13.
That's what I thought too. And immediately, 2 minutes in, oh, this is rated R.
No, there's headshots and F-bombs.
There's like straight headshots, like chunks of brain.
And it was super funny.
Oh, how fun was it to see Nebula and Drax hang out together at the beginning? 2
surprise appearances.
Yes.
Karen Gillan as Dave Bautista's partner, Vic's partner in the opening sequence.
Which immediately it's like, well, he doesn't have a partner in the trailers.
So yeah, she's gonna bite it. But that was really cool. I didn't expect her to be there.
She kicks some ass though. I love her.
Yeah, and then Police Chief Mira Sorvino from...
She can work again now that Hollywood is free of, certain predators. She was blacklisted.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Because
didn't
she
know
stood
that.
up to him. I don't want to say his name.
There's a lot of surprises. Like, it was funny. It was really violent. The chemistry is there.
It's really great.
It exceeded my expectations. It felt like a throwback to those buddy cop movies, like your Lethal Weapons, your like Rush Hours and all that. But what it reminded me of, and I'm gonna pull this movie out of my hat. I'm sure you've seen it, but do you remember the movie The Hard Way?
Oh my God, I love The Heart
With James Woods and Michael J. Fox? Didn't it feel like
one of my favorites?
it felt like that?
It really did. You know what? Because like those movies, they let the chemistry work for itself, and it's effortless. That's stuff you can't fake.
No.
A couple of the things we've been seeing lately, like most recently, Men in Black.
Yeah,
really
it was like very forced chemistry.
Yes.
It felt like a throwback to those '90s like hardcore buddy cop movies, and I thought of The Hard Way, but it also was very contemporary. Like it talked a lot about Uber. Like the rideshare culture, and
Did they
like
buy into that movie? They
probably
were very heavily featured.
Yes,
like, suspiciously.
Which it makes sense.
Yeah. Sure.
And like they stacked the deck, but like it sort of speaks on that rideshare culture, and it also speaks very heavily on like toxic masculinity.
Yeah, thank you for mentioning that, because they explore fatherhood,
your feelings,
yes,
being a man.
Right. What does that mean?
Yeah.
And they show two different sides of what that means, and not just two, but
but you have the more. Yeah, you have like the very hulking Dave Bautista,
like alpha Dave Bautista side
and then
of it.
set up against Kumail's sort of very passive and sensitive. It spoke a lot about that, and like how we can sort of change our way of like thinking, and being around other people, and like sort of embracing your feelings. That's all sort of in there, on top of this really great action comedy movie. I thought it was awesome.
It was really great. And you know, if you want to talk about the plot of like the cop part of it, it's pretty standard.
Yeah.
You know, Dave Bautista's character, his partner, gets shot by this drug lord. So of course the whole movie is about chasing leads to finally take down this drug lord. It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, and the drug lord's played by I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he's in the Raid movies.
Okay.
So if you're familiar with like the action from there, and it's pretty straightforward cop movie, but it's sprinkled in with these little moments of character stuff and comedy,
exploration of humanity and masculinity,
and it's really weird because they stacked a deck where it's like, oh, Dave Bautista can't see because he got LASIK, and I'm like, really? That's like a weird. Like, you're already like stacking it pretty high. You're pairing him with Kumail, who's like gonna be sort of anti this whole thing he's doing. But the LASIK eye thing works. Like, it's so funny.
It really does. It's a gag that keeps going through the whole movie.
Yeah,
and I was wondering if it'd get old, but it didn't.
No, it didn't.
Because they set up a time limit on how long that is gonna last. His blindness.
Yeah.
Because the doctor gave him a card. If you can read the bottom one, then you're good to go. So throughout the movie, he's checking to see. But I thought that was an interesting point of vulnerability to give him too, because he really needed Kumail then.
Yes. He did.
In more ways than one.
In more
Can I just say it's got a wonderful shout out. Like the first joke that Kumail says as soon as Dave Bautista gets in the car, I'm like, okay, this movie's gonna be great. This movie's gonna be great.
Go ahead, shout the joke out. It made you laugh hardcore. And I was like, oh, we're in for a good time. Like, you could not stop laughing at it.
No, I couldn't. The movie was already gone and I was still on that first joke.
Yeah, so Dave gets in the car, Vic gets in the car, and Stu looks at him, and what does he say? And
Vic, he's got a really hard look. He's got his,
and
like,
he's wearing the LASIK glasses, so they're
glasses.
very like triangular and like wrapped around his head.
Very intimidating.
Yeah.
He gets in the car.
And then what does Kumail say?
Let me guess, you want me to go to all the Sarah Connors in the city? Come on!
The delivery, none of it suffered in the way of like the comedy was so good, so the action would probably suffer. But no, they were both at the same level. Like the jokes were hitting, the fists and the bullets were flying.
That's a really good point. That's hard to do well.
It is,
because sometimes it's like, we gotta stop the action to make this joke. why?
Yeah.
You're getting shot at. That does not natural. But
the comedy
flows.
that flows through it. The first big shootout, they're doing like the hostage standoff, and and Kumail literally just faints, and the guy's like, "Oh wait, what's happening?" Like the dead weight, and he's just like, "I can't do this." And then he wakes up and he sees this dead body, and he just screams.
Yeah.
And like that's all happening while Dave's trying to kill people very blindly because he can't see. So that gag keeps sort of it's very effective.
That scene also had a great music, a montage.
Oh yeah,
shooting montage with great music overlaid over it. The first thing I thought of was Face Off.
Yeah.
With Over the Rainbow.
You could tell they were like, oh, we're making one of these buddy cop movies, and so they threw in a lot of stuff that you get, like, you know, they're in the car together, shootouts, like real awesome music, car chase, the car chase with an electric car.
Oh my gosh,
the battery runs out.
That was pretty great.
It's good. It's really good.
Yeah.
So I give it a Reels.
I give it a Reels. Get over here.
Yeah.
Go see it.
Get an Uber driver.
Take your Uber to see Stuber.
Oh! And on that note, I'm Justin. This is
Aireen.
And we've been Reels on Wheels.
5 stars.
Bye! I forgot. Oh, he was in that Mark Wahlberg movie, Mile 22.
Okay.
I think his name's like Eco something. Anyways, that's awful. I can't pronounce his name.
We'll put his name up.